Shoot 100 jump. Okay. Can you see us yet? I've really blanched you out with that light. The upcoming. It like does 30. Yeah. So that's what it does. It like runs for 30, cuts off, and reruns. So like it restarted its count on here. It's interesting. Let's thinking. Aren't we all? Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, I hear you. Aren't we all? Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, I hear both of us. Okay, and your mic's on the floor, so I think we're good. Oh. Well, there it is. Yeah, it's on. You just have to put your bandeau. Yeah. Oh my Lord, you do need a stylist. No, I put it already by your foot. Jesus. I may or may not have put her bra on this morning too. I did. You know, sometimes you just gotta woman up for your partner. I'm womaning up. I'm womaning up. How's those triceps feeling? Okay. You know you have to stand, eh?
Am I gonna hit my mic?
Oh, yes. There. Can they hear you like that?
I don't know. They heard me on the floor.
Should we?
I look like a surgeon.
Should we put a decorative flower on it?
Yes.
Okay, so we've set up our mats. The first portion is upright. You can either do my underwear cutting into my love handle. There we go. That's better. Those were your socks, were they not?
They were your socks.
Okay, so let's get those out of the camera.
Mine were in my shoes.
Oh, okay. I got new ones. I love making laundry for everybody. So we set up our mats. So just make sure you do have mats on the floor. The first exercise is an alternating tricep kickback. You can do it seated. You can do it standing. So I have the chair here. I'll show them how to do it seated.
I'll just do standing.
You're going to do standing either way. Your back's okay.
I'm
going to keep it here just in case, because when I get to the dumbbell portion, I may have to sit. Okay. We are not sure. I'm going to move that back a little bit. So what we'll do is we're going to run through 1, 2, 3, 4 exercises, which is really 3 exercises because we're going to be throwing in some weighted side bends. And those have to be done 4 times on each side. Oh, don't worry. That's why you don't have to worry. I like them to kind of understand, but like, I think I make it a little bit more confusing sometimes. Yeah, and I admit that. Upright for the first 4.
I am a mess today. Why are you not taking care of me?
Because
I look so different today.
Because I'm a bad partner. Just like the worst. Oh, God. First step's admitting it. How you guys doing? I know it gets a little bit tiring by week.
We're only on week 1.
I'm going to have more coffee.
I'm done mine.
Fair enough.
I'm ready.
Oh. Everybody.
You got less than a minute.
Stop pressuring me because, like, I'm not even going to respond. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put my volume up. Cheryl, alternating tricep kickbacks. Your palms face in the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not rounding. What do you mean? Yeah.
No twist. Just a straight kick.
Just a straight kickback.
Got her.
Are you going to make a joke about that?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just ready to go.
Okay. I'm sure everybody at home is too. They're like, them to bush. I'm going to stand on the band because obviously I'm going to warm up with my band. Could be a working round. I'm going to go wide with my feet. I'm going to tip at the hips, making sure my back is nice and straight, elbows up, and then extend. Oh, I did it both at the same time. I'm such a rule breaker. I freaking write the programs and I don't even do them. Anarchy in the workout area.
The best is like, now, Harold, it's alternating.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
And then you're like, don't do it.
Okay, fair enough. Keep your shoulders down from your ears. Push your chest through towards the ground. Okay. Because if it's not through, you're arching. Okay. So we want that spine nice and straight, full extension on the arm. So fully extend your arm to your capacity and try not to move at the shoulder. So you're really wringing out the extension. So this is exercise 1. Then we're going to move into right side bend. Okay. Again, I'm going to show you how to do it with a band. I'm going to put that band under my feet. Okay. I'm going to actually grab both handles, trying to make that band as tight as you can. This is where I like having a dumbbell a bit more, but we're going to work with it. You're going to tip off to the side and then pull up and through. Okay. So this is where you need to understand the bands. Again, I like to do warm-up rounds, even for side bends. So I would be starting with a little bit lighter of a weight. I hope that the people with the bands are enjoying this. I'd like a little bit of comment from the band people. Yeah, because I know a lot of people are using dumbbells. In our other platform, there were tons of people on band. So I'm wondering how the band people are doing.
If you're on the bandwagon.
Oh my God. Are you dad joking it? Shoot the 100 shots, trying to stop the feeling. Her performance was amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to dumbbells right now, but I still have to do this on my left side next time we do a side bend. Oh God, I'm starting with 8s because y'all know me. I'm okay with my back right now. I'm not going to sit. Elbows up, one at a time. What are you using? Oh my God. Okay.
This is one of my favorites though.
You are a rock star at this one. You want to make sure that you can feel your shoulder blades in towards your spine, right? Like they're not getting pulled forward. So again, we want you to squeeze your shoulder blades. I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift won 7 awards last night. I'm pretty sure Chapel had the coolest performance. Looking like, what is a female knight? Is it the same thing?
I think they're just knights. Yeah.
Are they knights?
I think so.
It's not like a waiter and a waitress or a steward and a stewardess.
A knightess.
You ought to know. That was loud. Sorry. Because I heard a knightess and I felt like you said Alanis. Okay, so I'm stepping on this. Left side bend. I have the band still because I did it once on the right, so I have to mimic it.
Yeah. That's why I have the 35. I'll leave it here for you.
Are you grabbing that big chunky kettlebell after?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a stretch and a pull over and through, a stretch and pull over and through. So when you get the heavier weight, it's work to pull it back up. But I love the heavy weight because it pulls you down and then you pull over and through. It's obliques today. Okay, it's obliques. So we're starting with some standing stuff. This is my favorite standing exercise. I love this one because I can feel it the next day. Okay, so I'm going to put this band off to the side for now. Now you're inspiring me. So I'm going to go and try some 12s.
Can I have your 17?
Oh God, yeah. But I don't have 17s. I have 17.5s. All right, round 3. Did I say 12s? Because I grabbed 10s. I said 12s, and I'm not sure why, because it's too much. It's too much of a jump for me. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to focus on trying to keep my chin out of my chest, stabilize out of the shoulder. So really trying to keep the elbows up tall. As the weights get heavier, it's harder to keep the elbows up. Keeping the elbows up, what does that do? It makes you kind of go uphill. Okay, so that's how you can make the lighter weights a little bit more challenging. If you have heavier weights like Harold does, the elbows are not going to be able to stay up at that height. You're getting your work from being able to move that much mass with your tricep. Make sure you watch your back when you sit up and through. Okay, bending at the knees to pick up our dumbbells. This is our kettlebell. Our one kettlebell that we have. She only brings it out on special occasions. My left hand's on my hip, my right hand stretches and then pulls over and through. Okay, so because we're doing obliques right now, it doesn't mean that we want you to let your front muscles just kind of go to pasture. Okay, so you gotta, what?
How could you let your front ones go to
because
pasture when you're doing this?
Because you have to focus on pulling them in. a lot of us don't really engage the core during the day. So we just kind of walk around and our bellies are kind of like relaxing. One thing that I always get my clients to do is make sure that your shoulders are back, your chest is up, and you're engaging your core muscles, right? So if you touch them, you can feel that your strength is there versus just letting them go lax. That was a big explanation for exactly what I wanted to say. Because some people just versus, you know what? Pull them in, ignite them up. It's going to help pull you up and it's going to give you like that little extra workout because you're focusing on keeping a strong core throughout the day. Inhale to exhale. So you're going to inhale as the dumbbells come down, exhale as you push them back. And again, the triceps job is to extend the arm. So we want you to focus on a full extension. And we always say this, we all have different ranges of motion, especially in the elbows. So what is your full extension? Again, if you do hyperextend at the joint, be mindful not to go into a hyperextension. So you just want to straighten out that arm. You're going to feel the tension in the muscle belly. Again, the tricep is the muscle sitting underneath the arm, right? Inhale to exhale. Make sure that you tuck your tailbone, roll it up to protect your back. So that's the end of the kickback portion of today's show, but we are going to do a weighted side bend on the left. Ready to roll? Bend at the knees, pick up the weight. My right hand is on the hip, left hand is caressing the left leg, and then up and through. You got her. Okay, so let's recap what we've done so far. We've started out with some alternating tricep kickbacks, and then we're on 50% of these side bends because we need to do these 4 more times, right? So we're going to move into a new move after this. Cheryl, are you going to use 2 dumbbells or 1 dumbbell?
I think 1.
Okay, so Cheryl's going to show you how to do the next move with 1 dumbbell. I'm going to show you how to do it with the band. Again, it could be done seated or standing, depending on the length of your band and if you're able to move the band in standing position. I am. I can move my band in standing. I have enough slack on it. When I move into my dumbbells, I'll use 2. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for a sec because, again, we're going to be doing that on the side bends. So I put my gray band here. These are behind the head tricep extensions. So you just want to make sure that you feel cool. As your hands come back behind, we're going to keep our elbows together. Oh, look, I'm going to try and sneak over here. So it's a full extension.
Not quite together. I don't think that's what you meant to say.
Your elbows together. Yes. So instead of having your elbows here, I want your elbows together.
Yeah.
What did you think I was trying to say?
Well, like together.
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh, no.
what
Like,
did she mean?
so I've hit my mic twice. So I actually have the range of motion in this position to touch my elbows in front of my face and still do the exercise. Yeah, but like that's not public. That's not public information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't have that range of motion.
No, you don't. I can feel my triceps.
But my
right
elbows are more forward than out to the side.
Yes. Some people don't have the range of motion and they really have to flare out.
Yeah.
I get it.
Mine want to pull out. Yeah.
It'll be, if you guys need to flare your elbows out a little bit more, 2 dumbbells are going to give you that clearance, right? Again, work a range of motion. Can you pick up your weight with your right hand? And we're going to move on to really 3 of 4 on this right side. So you're going to tip and pull. So yeah, I really hope that people do have, you could use anything heavy for these. This could definitely be like a big
child. I'm just thinking by the pants. You just kind of lifting them up like this. They think that's funny.
Oh. So I have a visual going on in my head right now, and it doesn't look like it's funny, but because like the child is getting hit every time it goes down.
No.
And then the pants are right tied up. They're right tied up, those spots that we don't want to be right tied up.
I don't know. I think maybe I've done it before, and it was fun. If you work out with kids, you do whatever you can do to get it in. And it's
okay, so I'm going to grab some 15s and just try and skirt away from that conversation. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. See how the elbows are out wider? Okay, so this gives you the ability to go wider with the 2 dumbbells. I'm going to glue my dumbbells together. Again, that's going to help pull my elbows in tight. So these are going to be the same cues when we hit the ground because we're doing a skull crusher on the floor. But again, we are on set 2. So I've got 2 15s. Harold, what are you working over there?
I have a 25, I think.
Nice, I think.
Oh, God.
She's like, yeah, I don't know.
I
It feels
looked at the
good.
30 and went,
Okay. Oh, and that range of motion behind the head, right? Trying to get
Yeah.
that low pro, but do not skirt your head front forward. Keep your head in line. Holy cannoli macaroni. Yikes. Yikes. That is a little bit of like fallout from chest still.
spicy.
Okay, bend at the knees, left hand. Let's go. I know. Stay with us. That's why we show up. You're going to bend and pull it over and through. So we're going to inhale and exhale. One of the people online shared some really yummy recipes.
Oh, nice.
I am going to try and post them in the
Protein or-
comments.
I thought you were going to say you're going to try and make them. I'm like, what? This is great.
Okay, remember I told you guys that I had a client re-find me after like 15 plus years of training with me and we're training again? Remember that story? She literally walked in and she's like, remember when I used to make muffins for you? And I'm like, see how consistent I am as a human?
Yeah.
Because Cheryl was making muffins. Lita Rigg, she's cooked for me. Trish cooked.
Everybody
that can cook does. I think they feel bad for me.
We're all good at certain things.
People at home are just grossed out. They're like, what do you mean you don't cook? The thing is, bend at the knees. I'm going to tell you, you don't have to combine foods to eat. You can like just eat some raw veggies. You can slice up some peppers. Make some rice.
Yeah.
Just like make sure the chicken is cooked. Just cook it. And you're eating. That's it. That's your fuel. And when people that like flavorful food hear that
And variety.
they get mortified. Yeah, because I would eat the exact same thing every day.
When we first met, you did?
I sure did. But I didn't eat bad. I just ate food.
No, you just ate eggs.
I ate eggs. The egg white is
You want to try that at all?
No, I'm okay.
You're good?
Yeah, like, dude, look at your abs and look at mine. You better stick with that.
All those eggs.
Tip over and through. So that's the thing. Just very simplistic. My big thing was, as long as it's cooked, if it has to be cooked. If it doesn't have to be cooked, don't cook it. Just leave it. Sometimes we don't even wash it. I remember eating a pepper like this, hunk, hunk, hunk. And then I'm like, oh, I ate the sticker. And I'm like, I didn't even wash this, I don't think. Just barbaric.
We had a great breakfast today, though, just saying.
Oh my God.
Why?
Tip at the hips. Just give me a sec. So Cheryl, one more time, bend at the knees. Cheryl has been talking about this dehydrator. It's been a while.
Since we were camping.
It's been a while she's been talking about this dehydrator. So anyway, she decides to pull out the dehydrator. We didn't really talk about it before. It just kind of appeared. And it's like, what are those things that you just, it's a Roby. It's a Roby and it just roams the house. It's a huge, it just, right?
Yeah.
There's this huge Roby on the counter. And I'm like, what? I hear a soft hum. I hear a soft hum during peak hours. And I'm like, did she put the washing machine on? Like, what is that noise? So I walk out. Oh my God, 10 seconds. We got one more side bend after this. I love triceps. Inhale to exhale, up and through. I'm going to rack that up. Bending at the knees. Unbeknownst to me, she's decided to dehydrate something.
I put it on at night first.
Anyways, it's called artistic license. I will change the story. So she's taken these grapes that if they would have been left for another day would have been rotten. And she's put them in the dehydrator. So I open it up and I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh yeah, She did put it on at night, and I have to tell the truth now.
Yes,
it's going to come out in the
it's
story.
part of the story.
It's part of the story. She's like, yeah. So like, I just put some grapes in there so we can have fresh raisins in the morning.
I just didn't specify what morning.
Shut up. That's not even a thing.
It is a thing.
You are lying right now.
It didn't specify what morning.
So I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, wow. Like, whew, how fast does this thing work? Because those things look pretty plump. Take a sec. We're going to transition down to the ground. Make sure you have your bands or your dumbbells because we're going to move into skull crushers. So let's pause this. Let's shift this just to there. Okay. Oh my God, you can see our light bulb, Harold. There we go. All of the secrets revealed. So get to your dumbbells, cascade them around. I'm not sure what the skull crushers are going to warrant me today. I'll bring some 20s. I'm also going to warm up with the bands. So it's the same thing, guys. If you're using the bands as it was with the chest press, so it's going to go behind your back. I'm just going to restart this. Now I've kicked the light. Here we go. I'm going to restart this. There we go. Let's keep continuing. We always do this when we need to transition. Same thing as it was. Cheryl, you're going to do 2 dumbbells. You could do 1 if you wanted to, grabbing both ends. Okay. So we're going to lay back. Arms are up. Bend the elbows and extend them up and through. Okay. So make sure again that you're stabilized in the shoulder. We're doing 4 rounds of these skull crushers. Okay. There's nothing coming in on these. So we want you to focus on pushing your rear shoulders to the ground. If you want more, you can angle your hands back further behind, right? And you're just hinging at the elbows. Inhale to exhale. So again, I'm trying to keep my elbows a little bit closer just to make the band a little bit heavier. If I angle back with my hands close with the band hits me in the head. Inhale to exhale. Okay, so again, range of motion, depth, and really getting that tension. Drop the dumbbells or the handles to your chest. I actually have sweat on me right now, on my belly. That is so random. What are you working with?
I had 15.
How did that feel?
Pretty good. I went up to 17.
Okay, I'm going to try some 20s then. Okay, so I'm going to glue the dumbbells together and I'm going to bend and extend. Oh, this feels really heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stay with it though because it's round 2, so I have a little bit more juice. If I start to fail on rounds 3 and 4, I'll drop down to some 15s. So anyways, the reasons we're not ready the next day. And so like, it was an ongoing thing where like I would lift up the fucking lid and at one point they looked plumper to me. Okay. They looked like they were actually getting fresher. So I keep the dehydrator just keeps going. Like if you're a visual person right now, it just, you have a clock and the hand is just twisting. It's just twisting. It's like hour after hour after hour after hour. So I'm like, I know I'm still going. I have juice in me now because this story is really revving me up. So
just reason.
Anyways, so yesterday I'm like, go ahead, round 3. Okay, shoulders down, stabilize. Yesterday we get back and it's still going. It's still going. I checked on them. They're a little bit wrinkly. Like she makes me eat one. She puts one in my oatmeal. It tastes
like a hot grape.
It tastes like a hot, rotten grape. Okay, so like I'm losing faith in this. I'm like, how old is this machine? Like, I'm like, did you even Google like how to do this? She's like, no. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna Google about raisin dehydration, grape dehydration, whatever it's called in this Roby thing. Up and through. Drop it down. Cheryl, yeah? Did you pierce the grapes or cut them in half? Oh, no. Why? They said you could cut them in half, but they would be smaller. She kept them whole. So it was like a sauna. It was like a sauna in the grape skin. There was no way. There was no freaking way for the moisture to escape.
But it did.
And
they were delicious.
Oh my God. So anyways, she called it finally. She's like, oh, yay, the raisins are done. And I'm like, the raisins are done? I'm like, they're huge.
They're not, they are good. They're not hard or little crunchy. There's juicy.
They're huge.
They're delicious.
I said, this is giving me a date feel right now. Like this does not even, she gave up. That's what she did. She gave up on the raisins and she was like, yeah, okay, Dunsey.
This is why I do the cooking in the house.
So anyways, they were delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, stay on your mat. You're going to start with Russians. You can use a dumbbell or not. You can keep your feet on the ground or elevate. Okay. So I just want you to make sure that you're rotating from side to side, right? Make sure that you're following your hands with the gaze of your eyes. So you're not leaving the top part of your head behind. Mitigate backwards to make that exercise more challenging. Okay. So the further back, you can lay, the more pressure and tension you're going to have to use in your core just to keep that angle. And again, like Cheryl, if you can grab a weight, inhale to exhale, you can put a bit of weighted core on this. Now, this is going to be a great coupling because after this, we're going to move into some bicycle moves. Make sure you're pushing your knees together and go for those deep rotations from side to side. The bicycle has lots of ways to do it. You guys could stay back. You could pedal this way. You could stay on the ground. You could pedal. But if you can, I want the upper body on this bicycle. So even if it's just holding your feet on the ground, I want you to rotate from side to side. So Cheryl has everything going on right now. She's got leg extension with rotation. Again, my big thing here is I would love it if your torso could be the one rotating. I understand maybe you're not there right now, and maybe this type of a bicycle movement might work better for you. That's going to hit more of your lower abdominals. We want to make sure that your glutes are stable, and as you twist, that your hips are staying on the ground. Okay, can you feel this a little bit? Oh yeah, it's going to be a nice little banger combo. Team, we're on day 4. Day 5 is Friday. Day 5 is all legs. Few more seconds. Just make sure that when you do come up, if you want to ball roll like Cheryl, I'm going to do a recovery roll and up and through. Do you guys, they have ridiculous stuff like the Roby dehydrator stories happening at their houses, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Raisins are done.
And delicious.
The Roby wins again.
Then she has the audacity to say, so now what are we going to do?
Pineapple? I'm like, because there's
that voice. Not even grateful. With a rolled eye.
Pretty sure I'm like, because there's a rotten pineapple we can dehydrate. That sounds more like me.
Yes.
Such an asshole.
There's people like that would like me to come and dehydrate. They'd be great.
I'm grateful. This is my grateful voice and face. Look at your mic.
No. It's fine.
Bicycle. All right. So if you want to amp this up, you can come on up to your booty, right? So you're not only holding the angle of a Russian and rotating, but you're adding in the legs as well. So this is just ripping out my core right now. Oh, feels good. Oh, must be those raisins.
Yes.
I feel so
All the
energetic
iron,
today.
That extra energy.
Oh gosh.
Natural sugar.
Absolutely. We spent so much money. I didn't say it, but you heard it. I did say it before. On electricity.
Nope, just a little fan.
Making these raisins. Yeah.
I'm going to do it again. With pineapple.
During peak hours.
Yeah, I'm going to go upstairs and turn on right now.
Russian twists. Then I'm trying to be a supportive partner, round 3. So then I'm trying to be a supportive partner because you guys know me by now. And I'm like, we should try cranberries because cranberries frozen are really affordable. And she's all like, oh, they're really sour.
Well, I'll do your cranberries, but you're going to eat them.
I sure will.
And everybody out there who knows how to cook knows what's going to happen about that.
She's trying to kill me. So again, big rotations. Make sure your head is keeping an eye on Cheryl and her cranberry recipes, as well as the dumbbell. Jumping it over the hip and making sure that if you are using weight, that it's staying close to your body. Whew. All right, Cheryl, will you please address the court and tell her how you prepared these cranberries?
It was a secret recipe
of arsenic. Okay, here's another thing. I eat the whole apple. Okay, I eat the core, I eat the seeds. And then she's telling me about the arsenic in the seeds. So what I think it was Cheryl Hunt in the gym with the apple seed. That's my guess for clue. I'm putting that one in. You have been collecting apple seeds,
actually.
diffusing out the arsenic, and now you're going to infuse the cranberries with them. Oh my God, my abs. Oh.
Except your son.
Yes.
Is like one of the smartest people I've ever met.
Okay. Which one? Which one?
Including peels and grape stems and everything else.
I know.
He would even eat the wrappers.
Well,
that food comes in.
Well, when you're raised with a mother like me,
will not eat apple seeds because there's arsenic in them.
When you're raised with a mother like me, you eat whatever is there.
So it was you that pointed out the arsenic. You're gonna poison yourself with my cranberries.
Yeah, because I'm an 8 and I need to control everything.
Well, you just gave your number away.
Well, they didn't guess.
So now you're gonna be curious. They got to go figure out what number 8 is.
Anagram.
And then think you know what I am.
Oh God, you're a killer. That's what you are. One more round. So this is the big stuff that's been going on in our house.
It's not very exciting.
5 seconds. We got one more bicycle. We're going to stretch the triceps a little bit, and we're going to stretch out the core. But before we do that, I want your best bicycle. Your best. I can't handle you with the microphone.
You're going to go do surgery.
I think we need 2. We need at least 2.
Antlers.
All right, last one. So we're going to twist. And again, it's all about the rotation. Honestly, I could give a rat's tush about the legs. I just want you to really find that rotation area. That is tough, but maintainable because I can feel this in my lower back too, because everything's working. Like my apple core. I am the apple core, right? So it goes all the way around. It goes from the front to the sides to the back. Again, we're doing legs tomorrow. I know it's going to get in some of our low backs because whenever I do glutes, it travels up to my lumbar. Everything's attached back there. 3 seconds. Oh my God. Okay, let's lay down. Thank you, timer. You're one guy I can count on. Pull your knees into your chest.
Always on time.
Always on time with that timer. Whew. So my shoulders are relaxed. I'm drawing my knees tight in. That's going to create a little bit of space, right, in that low back, pulling out the vertebrae. Inhale to exhale. Again, I love to rock from side to side too. It's like a little bit of a massage. This was a very food.
We're hungry.
Yeah, they're gonna be going up and like looking for things. They're like stretch you later.
Off that evaporator. Not evaporator.
You don't even know what it's called.
The Roby.
The Roby dehydrator. It cleans floors while drying out food. It's brilliant.
Occasional hair and dustbin.
Come on, you can't have it all, kids. You can stand up if you want. We're going to do that same stretch where you're going to pull your hand. I am not going to stay in this position, though. That will definitely become a tragedy for my back. The Roby dehydrator. Can you believe week 1's almost done?
Yes.
These folk? Okay, you can do that too. I'm going to take the same arm and draw it across. These folk are doing great on commenting.
That's awesome.
And I was telling Cheryl, other side or other stretch, I love the YouTube interface because what it does is instead of Facebook where I would get a notification, have to go back to day one on a comment that came in 14 days after the program, which was fine. It's not super user friendly, either other side or other stretch. YouTube just categorizes it in all the comments I have not addressed yet. And as soon as I address them, they get moved into a different hopper. So I can absolutely keep up real time. For me, I was really struggling on the last few series, hands behind the back, chest up, because of the number of people on the platform.
We want the comments. That's the fun part.
We really do. And then I
find them all sometimes.
Hard. No, but I felt like a meh because I wasn't getting to them. But it was almost it was so many because we had so many people on the platform. But with YouTube, oh my God, it's super easy. It's super easy to stay with you guys.
We were so nervous about changing. Like we almost didn't. So it's kind of jumping into things, and
because we don't want to lose the connectivity. The only thing I think we're struggling with right now is having people comment during the live. Like we haven't necessarily figured that out, but people are able to comment and then it pops up after. So it's just we can't see it in real time. Okay.
I should wear my mic somewhere new every day.
It's like a where's Waldo? And then they have to guess where your mic is. I know, you're just here to lift weights. I know we need to stop. They say we need to stop. They weren't in the mood for this today. Okay.
Who's not in the mood for a race?
I promise I'm not going to be happy at all tomorrow, and I'll just be really mean and yelly, and then we'll do some legs.
Angry Kate.